Saigon John here. It's February 19th. This is the Daily Hoosier Daddy on Octane Infinity TV. There were 12 games on the Friday schedule in the NBA with just 2 days left remaining in Week 17. Let's see where we're at now. Starting first with Jobbers versus Taco Del Myra Mar. Adam led Chris 7-0 with a tie in steals and 3-pointers made. Adam had 9 players in action tonight because Dwayne Wade did not play in the Heat game at Memphis and will likely miss tomorrow night's game at Dallas with that calf injury, so he is day to day. Chris's team had 8 players on Friday, and somehow Monte Ellis has remained on his bench. Not sure if that was intentional, but it helped because Ellis shot 2 for 14 tonight against that stingy defense by the Utah Jazz. Now let's talk about the ties. In threes, both teams made 7, so they remain tied there. But Chris broke the tie in turnovers with 1 less than Adam tonight. So he finally has a lead, and that's the difference in the series tonight. Adam now leads Chris 7-1. 7 Apples versus the newly renamed Kinjo Bounty Hunter. Mike led Edwin 5-4 and had a full lineup, while Edwin had 8 players tonight. Now with 11 eligible, Mike opted to bench Courtney Lee, and it was a difficult decision. He had some pretty good guards in his lineup already: Rajon Rondo, Raymond Felton, and Jarrett Jack. Jack was actually outstanding tonight with 18 and 10. Lee's only impact would have been 3-pointers as he made 2, but right now Mike only trails that category to Edwin by just 3. But Mike took over 2 more categories tonight. He now barely has an edge at the foul line, leading by just 0.6%. And his team got a huge scoring night, 127-102 over Edwin. So after Friday, it's Mike now leading Edwin 7-2. HoopKings versus Cobra Kai Never Dies. My favorite matchup for the week. Renee led Evil Mike 7-2. And missed Chris Anderson tonight. He is actually now on the injured list for the Nuggets. So HoopKings only had 9 guys, while Cobra Kai had a full lineup with Evil Mike benching Daniel Gibson and Allen Iverson. Now, at first I thought Renee would be glad to have Brandon Roy back from injury as he played against the Celtics tonight, but in watching that game, it looks like he was just trying to do too much. He was very poor in shooting tonight in both categories, 40% from the foul line, even less than that from the field. So all that for 9 points in 34 minutes, thumbs down. Bad shooting night overall for Renee's team, just under 41% from the field and a dismal 53% at the foul line. Meanwhile, Cobra Kai made an impact tonight on the boards. They out-rebounded HoopKings on Friday 68-46 and take over the lead there. They also took over steals with a 17-8 advantage tonight, and after gaining 3 categories Friday, I want to note that assist category will continue to be a reach for Evil Mike as they trail Renee by 20. And as it stands right now, HoopKings will have 8 players on Saturday and Sunday night as well, with his main assist guys Steve Nash and Darren Williams only playing 1 game apiece. So there's a big maybe there for Evil Mike, but I think it's a huge stretch. I can't wait to see how this finishes. It's Evil Mike now taking over the lead in this series 5-4. Ball Don't Lie versus That's What She Said. Jonas led Scott 5-4, and both GMs had full lineups on Friday. That's What She Said got a career high scoring night out of Michael Beasley. He scored 30 points and pulled down 8 rebounds, both categories in which Jonas is leading. Beasley also had 3 steals, and that's how much Ball Don't Lie trails in that category. Scott had an impressive night out of Carlos Delfino, 4 3-pointers from him. And more trade deadline impacted players, Andre Blatch, or is it Andre Blatch, for the Washington Wizards also came up big for BDL. He gets 18 and 11 without the Wizards now missing Caron Butler, Antoine Jamison and Brendan Haywood. So he's got some playing time. He might be a keeper for Ball Don't Lie. We'll see about that. Now, the scorecard has not changed, but here are the categories that are close. That's What She Said leads by just 1 assist, 3 steals, and 13 rebounds, while Ball Don't Lie leads field goals by just 0.6%. This is going to be a close ball game, everyone. For the third straight night now, Jonas still is in the lead over Scott 5-4. And last, it's ringleaders versus the Tigers. I led Bill 5-4 with a full lineup, opting to bench Sean Marion. Billy B also had a full line with Mike Bibby and J.R. Smith on his bench. Hope I'm not premature in saying this, but I think I'll come out ahead with the comfortable leads I have now in steals, blocks, and turnovers, maybe even rebounds. But my lead from the field is just 0.2%. Meanwhile, ringleader has a comfortable lead from the foul line, but small leads in the other three he's got. Their points and assist leads are now currently at 7, but he only leads 3-pointers made by just 1. No change in this scorecard either, but it's anyone's ball game here. I still lead Bill 5-4. Now let's look at league leaders for week 17. Jobbers is leading the league in both percentage categories, and they tie with the Tigers, leading in block shots at 30. The Tigers also have the fewest turnovers in the league at 39. Cobra Kai Never Dies leads easily in scoring and leads in rebounds with 210. The Tigers are very close at 208. HoopKings leads by far with the most assists and ties the league lead in 3-pointers made with the Kinjo Bounty Hunter at 30 made. And leading the league in steals at 42 are 7 Apples. Now for waiver wire, it was a busy day in free agency. 7 Apples seldom uses the free agent market, but Good Mike made 2 moves today, dropping Nate Robinson and Courtney Lee, and trading for, adding Andre Miller and Sergio Rodriguez. Kinjo Bounty Hunter dropped Charlie Villanueva. This is a guy Edwin's been shopping in the trade market to no avail, and added Martell Webster. I dropped Matt Barnes from the Orlando Magic and have invested in the hopefully rejuvenated Tracy McGrady, now playing with the New York Knicks. HoopKings dropped the injured Chris Anderson and also Corey Brewer. Renee has now added Kirk Heinrich and Thabo Cephalosha. Seemed to me that Renee changed his mind on Luke Richard Bamute of the Bucks, adding him and then later dropping him in the day. And finally, Cobra Kai Never Dies made some moves. They dropped Daniel Gibson, Quentin Richardson, Allen Iverson, and C.J. Watson. Evil Mike has now added Roy Hibbert, Steve Blake, Boris Diaw, and Omri Caspi. There will be 7 games in the NBA on Saturday. The feature game is Miami Heat visiting the Dallas Mavericks on NBA TV. That tip-off is scheduled at 5:30. Well, that's all here tonight from the bomb shelter inside Octane Infinity TV studios. This is Saigon John with the Daily Hoosier Daddy, and boom goes the dynamite.